Okay, the next bit is to put the nominal codes for the second bit where we are making the payment. As I told you that this is the supplier invoice bit where you'll be recording the supplier invoices, and this is going to be the payment where you'll be paying the supplier invoices. So all the things which we have changed already, type is going to be PA, tax code is going to be T9, and net amount is going to be the gross of net amount plus tax amount. So this is in fact the gross amount. You can add these two together and you will see the figures here. Uh, account reference is going to be the same, but in nominal account reference, because these are the cash purchases, so we need to change it to 1230, which is the cash uh, nominal account in Sage. If I take you to my Sage, if I click on bank account, which is already here, can you see this one? It says cash in hand is 7,000. So in books, in my books, there is already cash in hand of 7,000. So it means once we have posted these transactions, this cash in hand will be reduced by the total of these amounts, the total of all these individual cash purchases. So the total amount is 6754.80. So my cash in hand, which is 7,000, it shall reduce by this amount 6754.80. Yep. So if I am doing everything right. So this is one bit you need to keep an eye on. Okay. Once we are here, we are not that far to post the imported data from Excel into Sage. So I will delete these two rows, empty one, and then I'll also delete this one, because in one Excel file we only need one heading, which is on the top. Yep. I will save it and I will go back to my Sage. Okay, this is the last bit where I'm going to import the data into Sage from my Excel file. So I will click on File and then I will click on Import. This is the import option. Click on Import and then I will click on Yes. It will come here. See this one. This is very important. The data import procedure is not reversible. It means while importing data, if your Excel file had some mistake and you don't realize and you just imported data like this, you won't be able to reverse the process. And if you are importing the data in bulk, it will be very difficult for you to highlight the transactions where you have made the mistake. So this is why it's important that you take the backup. So I will click on backup. It will take you less than a minute to take a backup. So would you like to check the data? I will click on yes and then click on OK and click on close and close, and I'm going to save this one on my desktop and I will click on OK. So backup has been successful and I will click on OK, and then I will click on next. Okay, so these are all the different data types which you can import in Sage, but today we are only doing audit trail transactions. So I will click on audit trail transaction and I will click on next. Okay, so there are two types of files which you can select: comma separated values. In Excel version till 2014, you could have selected comma separated values to import data from Excel into Sage, but in new version, which is this version is 2017 23.2, which is the latest version of Sage. So I will click on browse and I will select my supplier invoices. This is my file and I will click on OK. Once it's selected, before pressing next, always click on this box. It says first row contain headings, and if you see my Excel file, and it contains headings on the top, so this box will be ticked and then you click on next, and this is all the types. So these are the Sage fields. These are all the fields which can put in your Excel file, and these are all the different kind of columns you can put in your Excel file. These are the types, these are the column headings which are coming from your Excel file. So type is matched, account reference is matched, but nominal account reference, which is there, but it's not here. Okay, interesting. So date is date, reference is reference, detail is also missing. I have a detail column in my Excel file. Net amount is here, tax code is here, and tax amount is here. Okay, So why it's not appearing here, is not appearing in here, the nominal count reference, when all the other fields are appearing and details is not also appearing. Okay, if you see the nominal account reference, it's written in a particular format, says nominal account reference. If I show you here, can you see this one? Nominal account is fine, but the first letter of word reference is small. So I would change it to reference. It means if there is any difference in the way you have written your heading, Sage won't automatically take it from your Excel file. So it has to be written in a particular format. So details, if I show you details here, it is here. So I will just make the first letter D capital. So I will go back here, click on back, and I will just press cancel, and I will do it again. Okay, just to show you. So file and click on import, and I won't take the backup because I haven't done anything. So click on next, audit trail transaction. For the moment it's only the audit trail transaction. Next, I'll select the file which is supplier invoices, click on open, and first row contain headings, that's correct, that box is already ticked. Click on next and see this one, now it's appearing automatically. Nominal count reference, date is there, details, and net amount, tax code, and tax amount is there. One more important thing, can you see this one, these stars? All these stars show that these fields are mandatory. If any of these fields is missing, Sage won't let you press next. So types, account reference, nominal account reference, date are the mandatory field as we have discussed before. So net amount, tax code, and tax amount is going to be the same. So I will click on next and see this is the data type is audit trail transaction, data source is supplier invoices, and header is yes. Okay, that's it. So I will click on import and see what happens. Okay, so there is one mistake. It says error in record 7, which is record 7 means row 7. Please note this point. Error record in 7. This number will show you the row number in your Excel file. Nominal count reference to non-existent nominal ledger account. What Sage is saying that the nominal code in that row doesn't exist in Sage. Let me repeat it. So Sage is saying the nominal code in that row doesn't exist in Sage. Nominal count in row 7 doesn't exist in Sage. So if I go back and see this one is okay, but I think Sage is highlighting this one 440, but this is row 8. So what happens here, because we have heading row on the top, so this in here, this becomes the row 8. So if you see row 7 here, it means that is row 8 in Excel. Okay, and this is 40, which should have been like this, um, 440, but when I click on enter, it will be like this. So how to fix it? So what you can do is you can click the comma first, then 00 and 40, and this one, and it says there is error. So what you can do is click on this box and click on ignore error, so that will be gone. I hope so it fixes the problem. So if I go back into Sage, and one thing is there, see this one, it says records imported, and there is nothing imported because Sage won't record the incomplete records. So if there is any mistake, Sage won't record anything, which is in fact a very good thing. So I will click on close, and I will go back to file and then import, and then no backup because nothing data is changed. So next, audit trail transactions, click next, browse, I'll select my file which is supplier invoices, click open, first row contain headings, that's correct. Next, all these headings should be matched automatically. These are the column headings which are coming from my Excel file. So drag it down, just have a look just to check everything is correct. Click next and click on import. That's it. See this one, it says records imported. It means we have imported our data from Excel to Sage correctly, and I will click on close. Okay, now the first thing which I would like to see is if I click on bank, and see this one. This says petty cash account has been reduced by